Hello guys, welcome to my channel. We're going to have a tour today.
Selfie ah.
Yeah.
May picture instant lang. Hello, you need to grow your height. Hi. Hi.
We will be on board here to catch some crab and the deadliest catch.
Got extra coats and things, if we can, get anything for you, make the trip better, please let us know. But she works really hard. Let's give her a hand. The ship. We're just waiting on the rest of the crew. I gotta tell you guys, I have a hard time waiting for the last. Now Andy started out these boats at 15 years of age, and Andy's gonna be our engineer. If we have a problem out there, something breaks, Andy's gonna fix it so we can get back in town. I can tell you that a good engineer will make you, but a bad one will break you. Andy, like I said, started out at an early age. He's a great engineer. Because of that, some of his other skills, he worked on some of the highest producing boats that ever fished out. He was on one boat called the Siberian Sea, which I think was probably the nicest boat. This boat, when it was crabbing, would hold 107 of those 6.5 by king crab ponds. The Siberian Sea would pack 400. You could take this boat, put it on the deck. The Siberian Sea, you could still walk around. You walked into the galley, there were slippers. You had to take your shoes off. Shoes weren't allowed. You had to put slippers on to go inside of that boat. Yeah.
And some other stuff too.
Going to the
This is
deadliest
your life jacket,
catch.
your personal flotation device, okay? The front is the back is the front. It's completely reversible. Doesn't matter which that life raft. We're going to go over to the Arctic bar and we're going to get you guys some help. We're fishermen. I don't know what you guys expect out of us. Now we got 4 of those back there. They do self-inflate. We've never had to use them. We're not going to have to use them today, okay? Now, anytime you're on a 3-hour tour, some of you remember Gilligan's Island, right? 3 awesome bathrooms right up here, you guys. Flushable toilets just like at home. I guarantee you they're nicer than the cruise ship you came off of. We're actually pretty proud of them for fishing boat. Okay, fans of the deadliest catch. Lots of you, huh? Okay, cool. We're going to have fun today. We're going to fill in the gaps. But those of you who haven't seen the show or aren't fans, no big deal. You don't have to be a cable TV watcher to have fun with us. Some of you saw that season 2 footage of us getting hit by that rogue wave Cap talked about. Taller than the lights on that boom. Completely enveloped this boat, shellacked her, put her on her side, right? She went black ship, no power. The only thing that brought us back, we had crab in the tanks and that gave us ballast. We were able to find keel again, okay? Now this is that north wind that Andy was talking about. We got about 3 minutes till we get around the corner of Pennock Island and we start heading that way, and this will be at our stern, okay? But if you're chilly after that, let us know. We'll get some jackets for you. Okay. So for those of you that have seen that show, there's a lot of cool boats on there. The Northwestern, the Cornelia Marie, the Time Bandit was Weaver. I could go on and on. Whatever. If you can keep your hands and cameras out of the tanks, I promise all this stuff is coming out today, and we're going to share it with you, all right? Okay, cool. I got one more treat for you before I let you up out of your seats. Because we never look like this. That's not the look of a hook thrower, I promise. Now, next part's important. Don't throw the hook. Pretend you're throwing the hook, okay? If it gets wrapped around you, it gets caught in the prop, you're going to do that Superman thing. We don't want to do that today, all right? Captain already told you where we're going. Now you guys are all safe. You got the procedures. This is where you guys erupt into applause because you're so glad to be here today. We're going to beg for it, all right? I'm going to drop these chains. Andy's going to come down. He'll bait that tub of gear. I'll be down here. If you got any questions, hit us up. And then I'm going to swap out with Captain Gary after a while. And he'll come down and he'll share a little bit more history of the vessel you guys are on today. But for now, you guys can go ahead and get up, wander around. If you want to get up top, the stairway's right there, okay? Everywhere up top is free game except for the wheelhouse, okay? And anywhere it says crew only. But you guys can get up now, wander the boat, check it out.
video. Hi guys.
Hello guys, this is the King Club. Fresh from Alaska. Ganda na rin yung bagulay.
Ay, nagundang na siya. Aja. Oh, sige, sige. Ay, video. Ang tamban.
Yes, yeah. Because the ammonia and whatever bacteria starts coming out of them, it just starts poisoning the water next to it. So you got a big pile of it, you got a couple of dead ones in the corner, you got a crab piled up on top of it. You run the risk of getting, you hold on to it for too long, for 12 days, you come into the litter, you might have a 5,000 pound dead corner. Yeah, you want to be careful. Yes, done that. And it goes back to that whole secret thing of, whatever's going on inside of it, the anxiety and stuff.
Ah, si Kapitan? Lagi.
I'm going to be there in 2 minutes. Now at that point, Vance, he got on that radio and he put that call out. He said, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. This is the Shannon Marie, our position is. He gave his latitude, his longitude. And he said, we're abandoning the show. Now when Vance put that Mayday call out that night, nobody came back. No response. He didn't hear a thing. The reason for that, those radio antennas up on top of that wheelhouse, as this boat laid on its side rolling in those big seas, the antennas were going in and out of the water. That's why he didn't hear anything. Now Vance, he climbed into his survival suit, he met his men in that galley, and he told them, he said, I put out the Mayday. Nobody came back. I don't know if anybody's heard the call, guys, but we can't stay, we have to get off. Those men, they came out that galley door. They climbed down the side of the boat and they stepped off into the Bering Sea. Now imagine, the seas are 60 feet tall. The wind, at the time they stepped off of this boat where they were 140 miles an hour. The water temperature is 30.
Okay, then we're going to go to Unimak Pass, cut through, and then we'll go into the Bering Sea. So, yeah, we're not taking you to the Bering Sea. I hope you don't feel like you've been duped. Yeah, we make about 7.5 knots. 1,200 miles, you do the math. Because you're not getting any of my lunch, I'll tell you that. Folks, this here, some of you saw me baiting this up. This is tub style longline gear, longline fishery. This is just an example. We're running to one right now that we set yesterday with our fishing guests. Exact same thing, 25, 30 hooks. We're going to pull that out and share it with you, and then you're going to watch this one go off the boat. Once again, I want to point out, it's just an example. If we were commercial fishing, that thing would have 600 feet of line in it. It would be heaped up. There'd be a hook in every one of those slots. There'd be 250, maybe 300 of them on the deck of the boat. These guys, when they went to the bank and said, hey, I want to be, build a king crab boat, king crab season's going to end eventually. You have to diversify. You got to figure out different ways to make money. A lot of the guys that built these things, they brought other fisheries that they were involved with to this big work platform. And this one was no different. They cut the rail out of the boat, mounted one of these haulers. All three of these haulers work off the exact same principle. They're tapered shifts ever so slightly. The outboard resistance of that line gets sucked down into that taper until the friction's great enough for the motor to bring it in. Now, there is a difference between highline boats and fishing boats. The fishing boat, you will work very, very hard, but you'll get some rest. You'll go at it again. Highline boats, there's something wrong with the captains. They're not right in the head. Set and retrieve 20,000 hooks in a 24-hour period. That's 30 miles ground line down on the bottom of the ocean. That's a highline crew. Not everybody does that. So, I've been awarded the deck, or the rail, driving this thing. Railman, they call it actually, because of my experience. That's where I'm going to be. And I've worked in the rail for a couple of days. And things are going better all the time. I'm getting a little better. You do. You got to get over that thing just right. You get that thing underneath the boat, you'll strip all the fish off. You get it too far out, the waves will knock them off. You want to get that thing so it's just parallel on the boat. Welcome aboard. They come one after another. Third day, we start pulling empty hooks. That'll happen. There's a sand flea down there. He's not really a flea. He's a crustacean. And we call them hot spots. You drop that faded tug in that hot spot, they will strip those hooks before that target fish gets a chance. Now, I have told you, that size hook, target fish, would typically be black cod. We have a bigger hook. You go down the docks, you see a bunch of these hanging off those tubs. I'll tell you that boat's fishing halibut. All right? Third day, pulling empty hooks, I got so complacent, I'm not even holding the gaff hook. One of the things I was instructed when I got this job, whatever you do not shut that hauler off. We're catching fish, we're making money. We're pulling empty hooks, I'll move over, I'll find maybe. You just keep that thing chewing. Third day, empty hooks, no gap, just leaning against the rail, staring off in his face, when one of the empty hooks got in the side of my finger. I grabbed the rail, stripped the length of my finger, I turned around and I'm staring into the ocean going, what? If we had a fish on every hook, it would do us no good. We're not out here trying to beat the wizard or anything. We don't have a market for these fish. We've crossed into the sovereign waters of the Tsimshian. We catch something that's always fun to share it with you, but the number one thing for you folks being on this boat today is not our catch record. It is all this equipment, the commercial gear, and the men that are using it. That's what I want you to take in. Coming up.
You guys ready? Yeah.
Got about a foot of scope on the chine and I'm running ahead. Everything's perfect. Straight ahead, Captain. Tell Captain Terry where that line is. He can't see it from the wheelhouse and I don't have the steering. Hook's coming. All right. See the empty hooks we're getting? Aha. Got a little color. I'm going to ask that you keep your seats, folks. We will share these guys with you. I want to get all the hooks on first so I don't get Dave's fingers wrapped up in there. All right, we got a little snap buoy coming in, walking around. Well, you never know what you're gonna get on here. I'll tell you what. You guys, whoa, here. Dave, give me a hand. Knock it out of gear, Terry.
Oh,
Yeah, that was it. Just the anchor.
it's my favorite part.
We didn't get a critter though. But like I said, more importantly, you got to see how the long line systems work. That tub would be completely full. 120 hooks, one after another, going to the back of that boat. Guys getting them ready to go back over. All right. Paint you a picture of what it looked like going off the back of the valley. It was incredible. Boat's going wide open, 10 knots. You got 3 tubs tied together, 1,800 feet. That's your buffer. One man's job is to bring those tubs to the back of the boat. Another guy, he's tying it together. The guy tying them together, he does it right. Your goal. Come out of there counterclockwise, one at a time. Sir, watch yourself. You take the hook in the eye, that's not on me.
We caught something.
We most certainly did.
Now there's 25 different kinds of rockfish down there below us. This is probably the most prevalent of all of them. This is the quillback rockfish, okay? If you look at these spines right here, it's quills. That's its defensive mechanism. A fish is typically going to get another fish from behind if they're feeding. If they do, they're going to get a mouthful of those quills, right? Now in those quills, there's a little bit of a neurotoxin. It's a poison. It's not enough to kill you, but it's going to enhance your fishing experience for the rest of the day, no doubt. It's like a bunch of wasps got you all at the same time. Now, they have a white flaky meat in them. If you get rockfish tacos on your Alaska journey, there's a good chance it's this guy right here. They are delicious. Absolutely. Now, we're in those sovereign waters we've been talking about, and we release almost everything we catch, 98% of it, right back into the water for the Simshan to utilize, right? This guy right here, he's got a swim bladder in him. He has a hard time going back into the water. We bring him up, he gets the bends. So we're going to use this guy for bait. It's part of the circle of life, you guys. I got the rare blue top variety right here. There's only so many of those, you know.
Yeah. If you do your own hair, that's a good place to be.
Into a net bay. Like Andy said, a couple of native pairs, North American bald eagles will live on this point. There's one landing at the top of that tree right next to the bait.
When you're ready.
Okay, here we go.
Anybody know what these white birds are called?
Pain enough.
Well, normally they'd be seagulls, but we're in a net bay, so these are bagels.
Scotland, actually.
Love it. Coming off the bow there.
Evidently, he didn't like the whole secure thing.
Oh, he loves my fish. He's just sizing it up. He wants to make sure he doesn't get one of those rare bagels in his way. Another one coming off the point, folks. Headed for the third.
Bald eagle's going to live over 20 years, and they're going to take a mate for life. Good picture of that one on that stag there.
About the time I give up on the Eagles is when they show up.
Right.
Oh, we got it. Yeah, right when you're not looking.
Right when I'm not taking a video.
Yeah.
It's like whale watching.
You don't need a video. You need to see it with your own two eyes.
Here comes one off the bow here, straight down, you guys.
Did he get it? No.
No.
Missed it. They don't always get it.